Program number 8 of your course is write a program to print all the prime numbers between m and n. First we have to understand what do you mean by prime numbers. A number which is divisible by itself and 1 is called as a prime number. So in this sense, an example is given here. 2 is a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So it will not be get divisible by any other number. Same way, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 19 and so on. There are many more numbers which are going to be just divisible by itself and 1. So we have to print all those possible numbers. Let us understand how we are doing this in the program. In the program, with respect to the inclusion of header files as stdio.h and conio.h and the return type of main function and getch function. If you have any doubt with respect to understanding of why we are including all these things, you can refer to my program number 1a, where I had given the complete explanation of it. Now just go for understanding how this program is working. In the first part, I declared 4 variables I, fst, lst and j, where fst stands for first and lst stands for last. All the 4 variables are of integer type I am declaring. Then the printf statement is going to help to state enter the first and last limit, where the user is going to enter first and the last limit. Say for example, first limit as 2 and last limit as 10. Within that range I have to go for printing all the prime numbers. If you know prime numbers, then the range from 2 to 10, we are having some 4 prime numbers as 2, 3, 5 and 7. So my program should print all these possible values. Now with the help of the scanf, I am reading the first and the last limit. Say for example, for first user enters the value 2 and for last user enters the value 10. How does this program works? The value of first I am going to initialize to a variable I. Then I am going to use a while loop. Inside the while loop I am going to check a condition whether the value of I is less than last. So I have to run this loop until the value of I is less than the value of last. So value of I is 2 because value of first is 2, what I am assigning. So value of I here is equals to 2. 2 less than last. Value of last is 10. So I am going to type here 10. 2 less than 10. Yes, condition is true. It jumps inside the while loop. Inside the while loop I am using a for loop over there. And in the for loop we are going for checking the condition. First value of j is equals to 2 I am initializing. Then I am checking the condition whether the value of j is less than I. This part of the for loop I am using it because whatever numbers I am getting, I am going to divide that number with all possible numbers. For example, if 4 is the number, I am going to start from 2, I am going to divide it whether 4 is divisible by 2 or not. And I am going to check the modulus of it. If the remainder is 0, in that case, yes, the number is divisible by 2, it cannot be prime number because 4 is getting divisible by 2 as well as with 4. Then if it is 5, in that case, I am going to divide 5 by 2, 3 and 4. So in all the possible cases, remainder will be something else. It won't be 0. So I will get to the conclusion that yes, 5 is also a prime number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So that's the reason why in the for loop we are including value of j is equals to 2. We are not starting it from 1, because if I start from 1, all the numbers are divisible by 1, so which will be false. So start from 2. Then in this for loop I am checking a condition if the value of j is less than I. What is the value of j? Value of j is 2 here. Then I am going to check the condition less than I. Value of I is 2. So in the for loop it will check it 2 less than 2. Condition is false. 2 is not less than 2. it will never enter inside the for loop part. It goes outside it. It directly jumps to the printf statement where it directly prints the value of I. So the value of I is 2. It directly prints the value of I here as 2. Means 2 is a prime number. Then it continues further where the value of I is going to be get incremented. Remember, I plus plus is going to increment the value of I by 1. The present value of I will get changed to 3. Then my while loop will continue because it goes for checking the condition 3 less than 10. Yes, 3 is less than 10. It goes further in the for loop where value of j is going to be resetted now. Value of j is going to be 2. So it goes for checking the condition 2 less than I. Value of I is 3. 2 less than 3. Yes, condition is true. It comes inside the for loop where it goes for checking one more condition inside the if statement where it says I mod j. Value of I is 2. Modulus j value is 2 and value of I is 3. It is 3 mod 2. When I go for doing 3 mod 2, it is like 3 divisible by 2. So I will get the remainder as 1. Remember, when I go for dividing a number 3 by 2, I will get the quotient value as 1, but the remainder value is going to be also 1. So I just need the remainder value, not the quotient value, because this is the important part, and the modulus is also going to give me the remainder part. So when I do I mod j, I will get value as 1. So in the if statement, it checks the condition 1 equals to 0. So condition is false. 1 is not equals to 0. So it will never go to the next statement here. So if statement will go out over there where I will go for continuing the for loop where the value of j is going to be get incremented. The present value of j is going to be 3. So it goes for checking the condition 3 less than 3, which is a false statement. So it comes out of this for loop and jumps to the next statement, printf. So it's going to print the value of I. Present value of I is 3. So it has printed 3 here. Earlier it has printed 2, now it has printed 3. So both prime numbers. Then it moves further to the next line where the value of I is going to be get incremented. I plus plus, value of I is 3, incremented to I plus plus, I will get value of I as 4. My while loop will continue where it goes for checking once again the condition value of 4 less than 10. Yes, condition is true. It goes for loop where value of j is once again going to be get initialized to 2. It goes for checking the condition 2 less than value of I is 4. 2 is less than 4. Yes, true condition. It enter inside the for loop. Now it goes for checking one more condition in if statement where it says I mod j, means value of I is 4, modulus of j value is 2. 4 mod 2, I will get the result as 0 because remainder is 0. Then it goes for checking the condition 0 equals to 0. Yes, condition is true. So my if statement, if it is true, it goes to the next line called as go to inc. With the help of the go to keyword, I am going to jump directly wherever the inc is there. So in the code, inc is here. So go to is an unconditional jump statement which directly sends the control from this line to this line. Wherever it matches inc, it directly jumps to this part. So my control has jumped from this line to this, where it directly goes for incrementing the value of I. The value of I was 4, now it has got incremented I plus plus. Current value of I is 5. Yes, current value of I is 5. Still once again my for while loop continues. So value of I is 5. Then 5 less than 10. Yes, it is true condition. For loop continues where value of j is once again 2. It goes for checking the condition 2 less than 5. Yes, condition is true. It goes to if statement where it goes for checking once again condition 5 modulus of 2 is equals to 0. So 5 mod 2 will give the remainder as 1. So 1 equals to 0, condition is false. It will never go to the next line. It goes continuing the for loop where the value of j will get incremented. Value of j will become 3. Once again it checks 3 less than 5. Yes, it is true. So it continues further by checking 5 mod 3 is equals to 0. 5 mod 3 will also give me a remainder as 2. So 2 is equals to 0? No, condition is still false. It goes back to for loop where the value of j is going to be get incremented. Value of j will become now 4. 4 less than 5? Yes, it is true. It goes for once again finding in the if statement 5 mod 4 checks equals to 0. 5 mod 4, still I will get the remainder as 1. So in that case also 1 is equals to 0, condition is false. It will never go to the next line. It comes back. Now the value of j will get incremented. It is 5 now. It checks the condition 5 less than 5, which is false. So it comes out of the for loop, goes to the next line here, where it goes for directly printing the value of I. As we know, value of I is 5. 5 is going to be get printed. Just check it out. It has printed 2, 3, and 5. All the 3 are the prime numbers. Continue further where the value of I is going to be get incremented. The present value of I is going to be 6. It is going to be get incremented to 6. Now my while loop once again checks the condition 6 less than 10. Then it continues in the same fashion. I don't want to go for doing all the possible things, and it may take more time for me. So 6 will also get divisible by 3. So in that case it goes directly to go to increment, where it goes for incrementing the value of I will get 7 here. With respect to 7, it goes for checking the condition also. 7 is a prime number which will not get divided by either 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So definitely I am going to get the value printed as 7 here. With respect to the value 8, it will get divisible by 2. With respect to the value 9, it will get divisible by 3. With respect to the value 10, the last value what we call it, where it goes for checking the condition 10 less than 10. As we know, the last value is 10. So when it goes for checking the condition 10 less than 10, it will become false. So the while loop will send the control out of the while. It goes to the get ch. It's going to help us to print the value over there. Thank you. If you have any queries or suggestions, please contact to the email ID.